Hello and welcome back to another episode of MMA Productions. I'm going to be going over my almost utter failure of picks on UFC Fight Night, Fiziev versus Torres, and doing some matchmaking super subjectively, and then doing the winners on the main card. So yeah, pretty fun fight night. There's a couple fights in there that were um, otherwise, great fight night. A lot of finishes. It was pretty entertaining. Starting off with Tahir Abdullayev versus Jefferson Nascimento. Um, I missed the first round of this. I set my alarm for like 5:45. Sorry, I'm trying to bring up my notes for this. Turned on my TV, slept through the first round, woke up, watched rounds 2 and 3. Slop fest, man. Neither one looked good. It wasn't entertaining. They just suck. They both suck. And it was the worst stoppage I've ever seen. Nascimento was just kind of jumping around, learning around the octagon, doing this for some reason. Um, Throwing low kicks, or throwing hooks, basically only hooks. Both not really throwing much. Abdul gets a lot of takedowns. Abdul starts landing big ground and pounded, and then they stop it. It was one of the worst stoppages I've ever seen. Like, Nascimento was probably done, but, like, let it go on a little bit. Like, he was clearly still going. Like, he was going to be done either way, don't get me wrong, but just an early stoppage to me. It's called it a nothing burger fight. I don't care. I don't think Tahir is going that far in anything with the UFC. I mean, he looked all right. Um, I think the stoppage was a little bit of bias because of where we were and who Tahir is. I'm going to be real. Because, I don't know, he's probably going to win on scorecards. I don't know. I don't care about this fight. It was whatever. I'm just going to cut to the next fight. I have Matsumoto there in bars because this was an utter robbery. Almost got it right. I might have been a little overzealous with the Bexot in round 1 KO. That might have been me reaching a little bit. But he was close. He dropped the hell out of him. Round 2 cuts him, clearly stings him a few times. Round 3 beats him up, has him on the back foot for a good portion of the fight. The last 30 seconds, Matsumoto is just walking away, basically running away. Matsumoto's corner gives the worst advice I've ever seen. After round 1, after he got put on his ass, almost finished if Bexot was a little quicker. Matsumoto takes him down, lands a few elbows, he gets to his corner, and his corner's like, yeah, that takedown secured the round. No, it didn't. He was doing nothing the entire round. He's scoring these leg kicks that clearly weren't affecting Bexot. Leg kicks are a myth. I'm going to stand by that. Leg kicks only work if your opponent's made of paper mache or you have some ungodly power, like Pereira versus Ankalaev. Because Matsumoto's leg kicks weren't doing anything to Bexot. He was still landing, still clearly stinging him, cut him open in the second round. I'll give the second round to Matsumoto either way, but this was... No, I won't. This was a 30-27 Bexot Almacon, and they gave it a UD to Gene Matsumoto. One of the judges gave Gene Matsumoto the first round. What? I don't say the UFC's rigged often. I'm not one of those guys. This might be rigged. I don't know who it benefits. But, what? Why? How did Matsumoto win this? What did he do to win this fight? Fail some takedowns? It went exactly how I said it would. He's not the same grappler as Umar, so he didn't out-grapple him that bad. And he's not the same striker as Alexandre Topuria. Yeah, he had more volume, but it was all leg kicks that did nothing. Bexat was landing big shots that were clearly hurting Matsumoto. I don't care. I have him behind bars. This was a robbery. I think this is really bad. I'd score 30-27 to Bexot before 29-28 Bexot. I'd almost give Bexot a 10-8 round in the first for the drop before I gave Matsumoto this fight. This was ridiculous. I mean, it was a close fight. But close fights, close fights aren't robberies. This was a close fight and a robbery. This was bad, I think. This is really bad on the part of the judges, I think. Like, embarrassingly so. I'm coping because I went negative on prelims. I went 8-5 on this card. I'm going to call it 9-4 because this was bullshit. I don't know how this happened, but I don't know I'm coping, but still. Getting into the next fight. Yeah, Daniil Danchenko versus Theodore Berggren. Honestly, Berggren did all right the first round. Daniil was outstriking him 3-1 at one point, I think. Over 3-1, I'm pretty sure. Start off exchanging kicks, but Daniil's clearly hurting him a lot more. He damn near taking him off his feet for a couple times with these leg kicks. Gets him against the cage, just absolutely swinging to the body, abusing the guy's body. So that was definitely a 10-9 round for Daniil in the first. Just stronger kicks, more hitting more, clearly doing more damage. Theodore had his respect at a few points throughout the fight. You even saw Daniil go at one point, but Daniil's got a chin. He did pretty well. He ate damage pretty well. He wasn't that damaged, although his face was kind of red, which worries me for the future. That if he takes damage, he'll just show a lot and kind of end up like losing decisions just based on that. Um, 10-9. Daniil keeps doing leg kicks. Daniil can just keep on head body, just landing mean shots. Hits a nasty head kick, gets him against the cage, just beats the crap out of him from there. Basically, gets the KO. Might have been a TKO, but yeah, nasty head kick. He said he didn't even know he could do a head kick. He wants to fight in Paris. That's a good idea. I like that. I want to give Bergeron another fight though. He did pretty well. Daniil is looking really good as a prospect. Theodore Bergeron looked alright out there, and he had the balls to take this fight. I'd give him another fight in the UFC. I don't know who, but I think it's fair to give him another one. Give him another shot. And this disproves my theory with the... I don't know, man. I still think Alex Morono might do well in Cage Warriors. I want to see that now. I want to see one of these UFC guys, like kind of mid to bottom of the barrel, see how they do in Cage Warriors. Getting into the next fight, into the matchmaking, I'm going to give him Chaos Williams. This is the one that I talked about my subjective ass matchmaking. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I think him versus Chaos Williams will be fun. He'll be his biggest test, and then after this, I think you give him a ranked opponent. I think it'll be entertaining. Chaos Williams, yeah, they're easily his biggest test. Is it really? I mean, Chaos Williams is kind of a ranked gatekeeper, like kind of like a Neil Magny. Maybe give him Neil Magny. I should have done that. I should give him Neil Magny. Imagine that's Neil Magny. I might edit him over that or something. But getting into our next fight, I underrated Offley's boxing, and my God, I thought Reyes would at least try to learn some boxing defense after that Douglas De Andrade fight. Holy shit, he has no defense at all. Yeah, even Reyes has no defense, gets boxed up early, get hits with a big shot, and submitted. I don't even know what to say about Reyes. I really thought he had the tools to do it, man. If Yijia can almost finish him, Reyes probably hits harder. It's just, God, that boxing defense is horrific. Like, look at that reach advantage. How are you getting hit by this guy? I mean, my God. I can't even imagine Javier Reyes versus, like, a Diego Lopez. We know how it went against, like, a Larry and Douglas already. God, yeah, Javier Reyes is shit. I'm not going to lie. No, he got to work on that defense if he's going to do anything in the sport from here on out. Getting into the next fight, Nursultan Zaboyev versus Andrei Pulayev. I did all that yapping about how Pulayev might secretly be good just for him to get submitted in the first. How bad is Ateba Gautier? This really changed my opinion on Ateba. If Pulayev at least did all right in this fight, it would be like, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, it's about matchmaking, and Nursultan's a better grappler and everything. But I'll talk about the fight first. Yeah, back and forth, they're just kind of whiffing each other. Zaboyev gets the takedown. Andre gets back up to his feet, gets tripped again. Just kind of Nursultan's chasing subs on the back. Andre's defending. He eventually slips in a rear naked, and well, actually, more like it was weird. It was scary. Andrei Pulayev looked like he was straight up a corpse. I don't know what the ref was waiting for there, but yeah, good win from Nursultan. I did all that yapping in for what, man? That's one of those moments where I just need to shut the hell up and predict the fight, because I had him winning, but I don't know. Pulayev looked all right. How bad is Eric Klein's grappling? I mean, Eric Klein, his only thing is grappling, and he can't even grapple, apparently, because he couldn't submit Pulayev. And Pulayev got completely destroyed in the grappling here. Maybe Nursultan is just that good. I don't know. Good win from Nursultan. I'm going to give him Chris Curtis next, and then after that, probably a ranked opponent. Chris Curtis, probably his hardest test up till this point, I would say. I think that'd be an interesting fight. Not much to say about it. I don't know why I match made him, if I'm being honest. Getting into the next fight. Imagine spending your whole life training in MMA. Or not your whole life, a good portion of your life training MMA. You fly across the world to a foreign country after months of training for this guy. You talk about how ideally you're going to knock him out with one punch. And 4 seconds in, you throw the laziest jab of your life. Get hit with, I think it was the hook. And finished in 8. Arguably could have been 4. I mean, he had the man, Abdul Rahman Yakyayev, had the man fent folding. Like, Julius Walker was straight up just after a single punch. That's just embarrassing, man. Thank God I'm not a fighter. Could you imagine that happening to you? All of that training just to get completely destroyed like that? God, that's disgusting. There's not even much to say about this fight. I've already said more than this has been 3 times the length of the fight in just this discussion. Yeah, Abdul looks good. I don't know. This fight doesn't tell me anything about Yakyayev though. Walker's just ass. Yeah, there's not much to say here. I don't know why I didn't matchmake Abdul. Give him Alonzo Menafield, I guess. But Alonzo just won. That feels like a punishment. A lot of these matchmakings are hard to do right now. A lot of the divisions are just at weird places. Ooh. Okay, another one I got wrong. Eric Nolan can't wrestle for the life of him. And look, I don't know if Faram Hassanov is Muslim or not. But is this kind of crotch-sniffing, hip-riding style of fighting? I'm just assuming he is. That might be wrong in that, but given the region he's from and stuff. Is this not haram to fight like that? To be this total crotch-sniffer, hip-rider? How is that not haram? That's crazy. I mean, he has good wrestling, but no cardio. I don't think he's going to be anything in the division because of that cardio. Eric Nolan can't wrestle for the life of him. I guess Bison Gorsuchakayev might be worse than we thought. I mean, God, man. Eric Nolan just got taken down and controlled the entire fight. Just Faram spamming takedowns. Eric Nolan not doing anything. At one point, he was like looking to the crowd, like, "What am I supposed to do? Get up! Do something! Fight the grappling at all!" It just spat everywhere. Like, ugh. Give Faram, give him Tom Aspinall next. I want him gone. I don't want to see this guy in the division. I hate him. That's a horrible fight. Eric Nolan can't wrestle. He needs to be cut. Faram can only wrestle. He needs to be cut. Worst type of fight imaginable. I mean, Faram is clearly a good wrestler. I don't know if he's a good wrestler. I think Eric Nolan's just a bad wrestler. This fight tells me nothing. It was just an awful fight where Faram didn't chase a single submission or anything. I don't get it, man. I hate this. This is the worst type of fight. I don't know what to say. And the crowd's all cheering and stuff. I'm like, if that wasn't your hometown boy or local, you would not be cheering. You'd be booing your asses off. I digress. I gotta stop coping. Getting into the next fight, Abus Magomedov completely destroys Mikhail Olechechik. I saw an Instagram comment talking about, unfortunate for Mikhail because he's better than Abus everywhere. Better where? Abus is better than literally everything. This is a super one-sided fight in retrospect. For starters, Mikhail is small. I don't think he should be... I think he should be like a welterweight. I don't know if he's big enough for middleweight, and he's kind of tubby. I think he can make the weight cut easily. Abus look good, though. Solid kicks. Crashes into Mikhail with an elbow. Knocks him down. Hits him a little bit more, and then gets him in a gilly. Abus is really good, man. I said it after watching back the footage. He's really skilled, pretty much everywhere. Outside of the cardio issues, which whatever, I don't really care that much. That could just be wrong. We could find out later that he's better got better cardio than we thought. If he's, I don't know. I can't finish that sentence for some reason. Yeah, Abus just kicking him to the body early. Knocks him down with an elbow, more punches. I had a deep sub hold. It was a deep sub. Mikhail goes out cold. 2 people went completely out cold from submissions on this card, man. Yeah, Abus destroyed him. He called out Izzy, and I like that fight. I know Ateba called out Izzy. You didn't earn that yet, man. But best we could do is Bo Nickel for a rank spot. God, I saw the meta rankings and Bo Nickel's already ranked. Dude, I was trying to look at the rankings to see what to matchmake. I forgot about the meta and I thought I was on the media. I was like, whoa. But yeah, he called out Israel. I think this is a good fight. Both Sean Strickland victims. I think it's a good way to get Abus back into the rankings. I don't think Izzy's that bad still. His losses aren't bad. They did about equal against Joe Pyfer. Yeah, I like this fight, though. Get Abus back in the rankings. Maybe Izzy beats him. Hopefully rides off into the sunset if he does beat him. I don't know. But getting into our next fight. Ikram Alaskarov destroyed Bruno Ferreira. There's no other way to put it, man. God damn. Yeah, Ikram's tagging him early, getting with leg kicks. Bruno takes him down. Bruno's got to stop trying to throw up that gilly. Every time Ikram went for a takedown, He'd go for the ghillie and pull guard. What an idiot. Why are we pulling guard? You're not Oliveira. Oliveira and like maybe Gilbert Burns are the only people that should have been doing that ever. You're not good enough at that. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, and then yeah, Ikrom's basically just tagging him up. I like Ikrom. He's kind of fun, honestly. Ikrom's throwing some good hooks around the guard and then gets a flying knee into a takedown. That was crazy. He's got 0 power. Landed a flying knee pretty flush. Didn't even hurt him, but gets into the takedown. Round 2, Bruno fails a takedown after throwing some good shots. I don't know why he went for the takedown from there. Ikrom's throwing knees up the middle that are landing pretty well. Ikrom eventually feints another knee into a takedown. Again, Bruno goes for the ghillie, just gets ground and pounded and controlled. Round 3, same shit. Bruno starts off getting wild, gets taken down again. I said in my notes, Ikram is on this man's back like Cheap Trick from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know if anyone watches that. But yeah, Ikram just destroyed Ferreira. I mean, I knew Ikram was good. It pretty much went how I said it would go. Takedowns, he was definitely the faster striker of the two. Yeah, Ikram looked really good out there, though. I'm going to give him the loser of Gregory Rodriguez, Anthony Hernandez. I might have done this. I might have match made these two on another card already, but I don't really care. I think this would be a good fight either way. I would, because, you know, he might just get chinned by Gregory Rodriguez, or we'll see how good his grappling is against an Anthony Hernandez. Honestly, Ikram looks slimmer out there too. I think he lost some weight. I mean, it might have just been because of the Whitaker footage. He's kind of fat because of short notice. But yeah, I like this. I like this kind of matchmaking. He's already in the rankings. I'm pretty sure. Get him a little bit higher up, probably. I'm interested to see where he goes. He seems pretty good. Getting into our next fight, Asu Amabayev absolutely destroys Charles Johnson. What about how I said it would? Asu gets to takedowns pretty much whenever he wants, piecing him up, beating him in the striking, completely dominates him in the grappling, gets a lot of control time. Round 2, Charles knows that takedown threat is there, so it gets pieced up bad. I mean, Charles starts firing back in round 2, tags him a few times, but still 10-9 round for Asu in round 2. So round 3, same shit. Charles goes for an inverted triangle, almost gets it, and gets Solayev stretched. Ugh. God, man, I feel bad for Charles Johnson. His past 2 losses have been humiliating. I don't remember who the guy that finished him was, but where he's stumbling around the octagon and trying to take him down after the rat fight ended, and then getting Solayev stretched. Ugh. Asu is good, man. I don't even hate his odds in a rematch with like a cop. He's definitely a top 5 in the division. I mean, he looked really good out there. Striking is really solid. I realize I say it about flyweights. They're just good at everything. If they're lacking in takedown if they're lacking in wrestling or grappling offense, they have it in the defense. Like we saw with Joshua Van against Tyra. They're all going to be well-rounded. Asu has pretty good striking, even for a flyweight, and his grappling, some of the best in the division, honestly. I mean, I wouldn't hate to see him versus Tyra, but I'm going to give him Horiguchi. I think this would be a really entertaining fight of 2 well-rounded fighters. I don't know how this goes. I'm interested to see it, though. You could also throw like a Tyra in there. I wouldn't hate. But, yeah. Really good performance from Asu Amabayev. I had to go golfing after that, but I caught most of the fights. I was just watching on my phone. I didn't see most of this fight, but Mateusz just bombs Nazim with a hook and finishes him in the first round. Nazim might just be shit. I don't know. I thought he was better than that. And maybe I underrated Mateusz Camilo. These guys are high up on the card, man. That's weird. They do not belong here. Yeah, good one for Mateusz Camilo. Not much to say. It's around 1 KO with a hook, and it seemed pretty one-sided. I'm going to give him Lance Gibson Jr., and it's a solid fight. I think we test Lance Gibson Jr. against somebody that actually seems good, and then maybe the winner of this starts to look at the rankings a little bit. I think this would be a fun fight. Lance Gibson's better than we thought. He had the weird Bobby Green performance, but Bobby Green's good, and at least Lance Gibson didn't get finished. I think this would be a fun fight. Getting into the co-main event, Shara Magomedov is ass. This guy is garbage, and so is Michel Pereira. Magomedov commits foul after foul. He's grabbing Pereira's hair. You never guess who the ref was. Herb Dean warns him over and over again. Doesn't take a point. I don't know. This is bad, man. It's just weird. It's kind of boring. Shara is clearly the faster, better striker. Gets Michel Pereira good a few times. Shara Magomedov talked all this shit about Sean Strickland. in those videos of Sean Strickland sparring Michel Pereira using Magomedov style, I would take Strickland. I would take Strickland simulating Magomedov in a fight with Magomedov. That might be crazy, but I would genuinely think that Strickland might just be better at his own style. Magomedov's garbage. He hasn't beaten anyone good. We know that now. He's not going to be anything in the division ever, I don't think. He has a missing eye, I get it. But, like, you can't be getting knocked down by Michel Pereira and then controlled in the first round. And sure, he reversed position at the end. But, like, Kyle Dawkins finished Michel Pereira. I might have to take Kyle Dawkins in a fight with Shara Magomedov now. It sucks to say because Shara's fun, but God, man. I have super low thoughts on Michel Pereira because he's not good. And look at the record. I mean, like, it sucks, man. I really thought Shara was better. He gets the decision 29-28. I had him by a highlight reel KO. I think it's the end of the hype train. I thought it was almost done after Marc-Andre Barriault, but we should have taken the fact that Barriault managed to shatter this man's nose as a sign. It sucks to see. I really like Shara and his fight style. And I just don't, like... I like the UFC. I like seeing entertaining fighters get knockouts, but I don't want it to be like we're just going to give Shara bums to highlight reel. I want to see Shara keep getting highlight reels, but I don't think that we're going to anymore. Yeah, man. This guy's not good. I'm going to give him Edmund Shabazian. I think that's a fair fight to make. Maybe winner gets another shot at the rankings because Edmund Shabazian, maybe he's pretty good. I think Brendan Allen's ranked way too high, but he had a close fight with Brendan Allen. Yeah, man. Rough co-main. That's... Man, I really thought Shara was better. That just sucks to see. Getting into the main event. Yeah, first round, pretty close. Fiziev takes it home with a knockout in round 2. Wheel kick into some just beating him on the cage and ended up knocking him out with some ground and pound. People were saying Fiziev doesn't have power. He doesn't have power in his hands, but why are we pretending he doesn't have good kick power? He hit this man with a wheel kick to the guard and knocked him down. Not like literally sent him flying back like it was Dragon Ball. Yeah, you know what I've learned is just you can't pick these like, oh my god, he's a crazy knockout artist guys. As soon as they go against anyone near the top of a division skill-wise, it's just not going to work. We saw it with Steve Garcia versus Diego Lopez. We're seeing it here. It was a close first round. Fiziev gets a takedown, close back and forth striking. Fiziev does a good job of getting out of the way of strikes. Yeah, it's just these guys that are like, oh, dude, he has all these round 1 knockouts, man. He's going to finish Fiziev early. Fiziev's been finished by Hoofy, who might be the best striker in the division, and went 6 rounds with Gaethje. That's the other thing. It's the same thing. I know I'm a big Diego Lopez fan, so I do a lot of coping. People were picking Jane Silva in the fight with Diego Lopez. Lopez just went 5 rounds with Volk. How are you ever going to pick John Silva, whose best win was Bryce Mitchell, who is now a bantamweight? Like, are we serious? And I know he beat Arnold Allen after, but still. How do you pick Gene Silva in that fight because, oh, he's a hype. Dude, he gets so many knockouts and stuff. Screw that. I don't care. Same thing with people, Steve Garcia. Oh, dude, he has all these first-round finishes. He's on this big streak. It's Diego Lopez. He's ranked number 2 for a reason. I don't get it, man. People make these weird picks. And I wasn't as confident about this one. Part of me thought that Torres might knock him out. But, like, Fiziev's good. He's skilled. He's really skilled for the division. He's just kind of small and doesn't have a whole lot of power in his hands. But his kicks are mean. Yeah. Close first round, but Fiziev gets it done in round 2. I know he called out Oliveira. I'm giving him Dan Hooker. I kind of want him to fight a little bit more laterally because of the losses to Gaethje. You know, he can't go near the belt, honestly. Like, that's just not an option. Even he said it. And Oliveira, that's fighting up a lot. Oliveira just beat Holloway and Gamrot, who's ranked over him. I'll give him Hooker. Hooker's on a little bit of a loss streak. I think it'll be super entertaining matchmaking. I think Hooker, honestly, might have a chance. I think Hooker's dog shit. But I think Hooker has somewhat of a chance. Not shit, but like I think he's like a number 15, not a number whatever he is now. But yeah, overall entertaining fight night. Fiziev's still good, man. He's solid. He didn't go 6 rounds with Gaethje and take rounds off him for nothing. Yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll probably try to put a video out next week, a video or 2 out. I got to start posting more. But probably going to start watching footage for my 329 predictions. I got a lot of footage to watch. I only watched the past 3 fights for most of these guys. Just because that's like generally the most accurate you'll get. I'll probably have to go further back for like a McGregor. Just because, you know, his last fights are what? Dustin Poirier? Oh my god, I don't even remember who his last fights were. But yeah, pretty good fight card. If you guys made it this far, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goddamn. And I'll see you in the next one.